In Moscow, an anonymous Russian official told the LA Times that NSA leaker Edward Snowden has now filed for asylum in no fewer than 15 countries. Snowden, who has been in limbo in the Moscow airport since June 23rd, had previously filed for asylum in Iceland and Ecuador. Iceland did not reply, and Ecuador said that he had to be on Ecuadorian soil, such as on embassy grounds, in order to apply. Snowden cannot leave the airport since he has no visa to enter Russia and no passport to buy a plane ticket out. So it would seem as if he is in a catch-22. However, today, Russian President Vladimir Putin might have offered the leaker a window of opportunity. Here's what he said at a press conference this afternoon.
Concerning Edward Snowden, I must repeat myself. He is not a Russian agent, and he is not working for us, and we're not working with him. He is a free man. If he wants to fly somewhere, he can do so. If he wants to stay here, there's only one condition. He has to stop his work that is undermining our American colleagues. As strange as that may sound, coming from me.
So what's next in this Edward Snowden saga? Joining me now for more is RT correspondent Madina Kochenova. Madina, thank you so much for joining me. Now, we are just getting word that of the 15 countries that he filed for asylum with, one of them was not Russia. Do you know anything more about this?
Well, hello there, Megan. Well, the information that we have been receiving throughout this day is indeed rather controversial and, of course, raises a lot of questions. Well, first of all, according to non-confirmed reports, Edward Snowden has applied for asylum in 15 different countries. However, the names of these countries where he might have applied for asylum are not named yet, and whether Russia is on the list of those countries is not yet confirmed as well. Well, Mr. Snowden might have handed the applications at the Sheremetyevo International Airport, which is based here in Moscow, where he has basically been stuck in a transit zone since 23rd of June. Now, he might have handed his applications to a Russian official, and there are also some speculations that he might have applied to some of the countries which are here, and their representatives are here for the Gas Exporting Countries Forum, which is a very big event, as there are a lot of global players on the commodity markets here. Plus, Venezuelan president as well as Bolivia's president are both here in Moscow for their official visit. So there are some speculations that he might have applied for asylum in those countries as well.
Very interesting. Can you talk a little bit more in depth about President Putin's comments today?
Well, right, as you've mentioned before, President Putin has said that Edward Snowden may stay in Russia only on one condition: if he stops any activities aimed against the United States. He also underlined that Russia is not going to extradite Edward Snowden. Now, he said that Edward Snowden is not a Russian agent, and that Russian intelligence services never worked with the former NSA contractor. Now, he said that Edward Snowden could actually choose his final destination and go there, but he said that he has no information when this is going to happen. Now, he said that Russia never extradites anyone and never is going to, and there is no extradition treaty between the two countries.
So, Medina, how is the Russian public responding both to Edward Snowden being in that country, as well as how American officials are dealing with this NSA surveillance matter?
Right. Well, it is really a very big news here in Russia, and it's been making the headlines throughout the week since, as I said before, the 23rd of June, as Edward Snowden arrived into the Sheremetyevo International Airport. And of course, it has provoked a lot of different discussions and raised a lot of questions among the Russian population, as they hear every day from different news outlets that Snowden is being stuck in a transit zone and that the U.S. government has revoked his passport, so basically he can neither get a Russian visa and leave the airport, nor theoretically buy a ticket onto any destinations. So that has prompted a lot of discussions and a lot of questions, as well as Russian human rights activists are stepping now in support of Edward Snowden, saying that he should not be extradited to the United States, and some of the Russian officials are saying that the extradition of a political refugee is morally unacceptable. So we have been receiving a lot of different responses, but most of them are in supporting Edward Snowden.
Very interesting. Madina Kochenova, thank you so much for joining us, RT correspondent in Moscow.